Most people never live. They survive. They breathe, they eat, they work, they laugh, they cry. But life? Real life? They never touch it. From the moment you were born, the world wrapped you in invisible chains. They told you what is right and wrong. They told you what success looks like. They told you what dreams are acceptable and which ones are foolish. And you listened. You obeyed. Because as a child, what else could you do? But here's the tragedy. Most people never wake up from that conditioning. They carry it all the way to their grave. They die with someone else's story written all over their life. Ask yourself, who are you without your name, without your title, without your culture, without your religion? Most people have no answer. They are layers of other people's expectations, piled so high that their true self has been buried alive. And so, they walk the earth like shadows. They laugh at the right times. They follow the rules. They build families, careers, reputations. And yet, in the silence of night, they feel it. That whisper, that ache, that quiet scream inside, this is not me. But instead of listening, they silence it with distractions. With television, with work, with gossip, with alcohol, with anything that keeps them from facing the unbearable truth. They are living a borrowed life. Now listen closely. The cage you live in is not made of iron. It's made of fear. Fear of being rejected. Fear of being judged. Fear of failing. Fear of stepping into the unknown. That's why most people never escape. Because the cage feels safe. But safe is not alive. Safe is death in slow motion. Imagine this. You're standing at the edge of a cliff. Behind you is everything familiar, the life you've always known. In front of you is the vast unknown, terrifying, uncertain, but real. Most people take a step back. They say, it's too risky, it's too much, maybe later. And they retreat into the prison of the familiar. But a few, a rare few, they jump. And the moment they jump, they realize the ground was never real. The prison was never real. It was all in the mind. Here's the deep truth. The only chains that bind you are the ones you refuse to see. The moment you see them, they lose their power. But freedom is not cheap. It costs everything. It will cost you your old identity. It will cost you the approval of those who never understood you. It will cost you the false comfort of belonging. It may even cost you people you thought would walk with you forever. That's why most people never choose it. They want freedom, but not the price of freedom. They want truth, but not the pain that truth brings. They want life, but not death to the false self. So they settle. They settle for careers that drain them. They settle for relationships that numb them. They settle for dreams that are not even theirs. And then one day they wonder why they feel so empty. The answer is simple. You cannot feel alive while living someone else's life. Look around. Most people are actors. They wear masks so perfectly that even they forget it's not their real face. They talk about success, but it's not success they want. It's acceptance. They talk about love, but it's not love they give. It's performance. They talk about happiness, but it's not happiness they feel. It's distraction. The deepest tragedy is not to lose your life. It is to lose yourself while you're still alive. But here's the miracle. At any moment, you can return to yourself. At any moment, you can stop acting. At any moment, you can decide, I will not die with my song still trapped inside me. Yes, people will misunderstand you. Yes, you will be judged. Yes, you will lose things. But what you gain is worth more than everything you lose. Because what you gain is you. And when you find yourself, you don't need approval anymore. You don't need applause. You don't need to perform. You don't need to explain. You are simply alive. This is the deep truth. You were not born to fit in. You were born to awaken. To shed the false layers. To burn down the borrowed identities. To walk naked in your truth even if the whole world turns against you. Most people will never do it. They will laugh at you. They will call you crazy, rebellious, selfish. But secretly deep down they will envy you. Because your freedom will remind them of their prison. And maybe, just maybe, your courage will wake them up too. So the question is not, can you live your own life? The question is, will you dare? Will you dare to step into the unknown? Will you dare to risk it all for the truth? Will you dare to die to who you were, so you can finally live as who you are? Because listen carefully. Your soul is waiting. The real you is waiting. And the longer you delay, the louder the ache will grow. Don't waste your life living someone else's dream. Don't waste your breath playing someone else's role. Don't waste your heart chasing someone else's definition of success. In the end, the world doesn't need another copy. It needs the real you. Raw, unfiltered, alive. So I ask you one last time. Will you be like most people and die without ever living? Or will you be among the few who dared to live their own life? The choice is yours.